Yeah. Hey, win on me, win on three. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Win! Oh, yeah. Stop playing with a beat! 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 Stop playing with a beat!
Hey everyone, this is Facebook James. I am here, I guess, for the third week in a row. I'm gonna go ahead and say it again. The man, the myth, the legend that is Ray Marsden. Again, we're here. The game is over, and you won 48-0.
Yes.
Against Hamilton. Players who kind of stood out in this game.
Oh, okay. Well, we played the second, third, and fourth quarter, everyone out of position.
Okay.
So, standing out, I mean, Corey, normally our lineman, was in the backfield running like, thought he was Barry Sanders for a minute there. But
was that number 63?
No, 77, I believe he is.
Yes, big dude.
Yes, and then Tommy, our center, who's been a very reliable center, but wanted to be our quarterback going into the season.
Okay.
I finally let him be the quarterback, and he did a good job. He did a good job. Unfortunately, we couldn't throw in the position we were in and the score we were at to, you know, there was no need to air it out. So, but he was very serviceable. He did a good job breaking the huddle, getting the ball handed off, and getting the plays off. So he was good.
Good. Now, who was 63? Because I saw him run his touchdown on this side of the field.
Oh, Big Nick Washington.
Big Nick.
Yes.
Yeah, Big Nick.
Yeah. Oh man, he looked like he wanted to hurt somebody with that. Like he lowered his shoulder. It was Fridge Perry.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Absolutely. No, it was a good game by you guys.
Yeah.
However.
A little sloppy at first.
Yes, a little sloppy.
Yes.
A little sloppy, but then, you know, of course, you got the 48 points. But then also, you know, we played against Hamilton, who hasn't historically, at least since I've been around Pali football, hasn't had a very good team. And so today, I think, you know, right before we went on air, we just kind of talked about. To me, they look like a Pop Warner team.
Yeah.
And so, you know, it kind of speaks to the programs that we have at different levels, different high schools. And so maybe just kind of talk about what you saw and what needs to happen for Hamilton to take the next step.
Well, I mean, I talked to the coach before the game, and the poor guy is just doing everything he can by himself. And, you know, it's hard to teach. We have a line coach, we have a defensive coordinator, I call the plays, we have special team. Like, he's doing everything by himself with a bunch of kids that have no football experience.
Gotcha.
So I feel bad for them. And it's like, you know, it just, what can you do? And if you have the staff, you can get film, you can prepare, you can have scout team, and I just don't know how he does it. And felt like it was almost the same way last week with Uni, where if you don't have 22 guys, you can't even have an honest practice.
Right.
And so I actually ran it by him. I don't want to be offensive to you. We've had our kids, just to mix it up, play out of position this week. The linemen were receivers, the receivers played line, the running backs were the center, and if we do that during the game, are you okay with that? And he said, that's fine with me, absolutely. I thought it'd be a good way for us to take our foot off the gas, have fun, and answer the question that these linemen have been telling me all year long, how great they are if the ball was in their hands. And they actually did good. But he was cool with it. The refs were cool with the numbers all being ineligible. And I think everyone understood the bigger picture today. It was just have fun, let's be healthy, let's be safe, move on. But, you know, still got a game to play. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And even the ref, talked to one of the refs, and he was just talking about, you know, at some point, you know, when it was, I think at halftime when you guys were up, was it 34?
Yeah.
34 to nothing. He was just more concerned about the safety of the kids.
Yes, 32-0. Yes. It's like, and we kind of figured, you know what, if we put our receivers on the line and our linemen don't get a head of steam going, and maybe the collisions will be a little softer.
Sure.
But when we did it on defense and the kids played out of position, they were hungry to like make that big hit because they wanted to prove like I can be a D lineman, I can be a safety, and the second D actually played really well with the kids out of position. It looked funny looking at it.
Yeah.
But
the game kind of actually looked slower.
It was definitely slower, but once the ball got snapped, you know, we still played football.
And then plus we ran with a running clock in the second half, so it kind of made things go a little bit quicker as well.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about next week.
Okay.
Next week we have Fairfax, and we're at Fairfax. What can we expect from the JV team next Friday?
Well, they'll be more competitive than the last 2 weeks. I still think on paper we're the best team in the league. We're looking to, basically our message will be, you know, finish the job. This will be our third straight undefeated league championship, which is always our goal, is go undefeated in league. If we can shut them out, no one will have scored on us in league. this year, and that'd be a really cool way to go off into the off season. But I'm expecting a better competition from them. I'm going to get some film on them, see what we got, and one more game with these guys. Unfortunately, it's been a good group.
Absolutely.
It's been a weird season, though.
It has been a weird season, especially, we still didn't, we didn't play against Venice, and so I know that's a good talking point for maybe co-league champions. I'm not too sure of their record.
Yeah, I was texting with the coach back and forth today, but he wouldn't answer that question because there's a rumor going around they lost the game, but I just don't believe it.
Got you. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I know you have the boys prepared next Friday, and so they're going to come out and do what they need to do.
Yes.
Now, one last question before we get to the actual last question.
Okay.
Do we expect any more boys being called up from JV to go up to varsity for?
You know what? Knock on wood. If nothing bad happens tonight, then no.
Okay.
If something happens and then needs to be, addressed, then I'm sure I would get that call tomorrow morning. Hyde and I usually text back and forth on Saturdays about what's going on in the next week. Cool. But as of right now, no. I think this is our team, and then after next Friday for playoffs, he'll bring up 7 or 8.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then there was one thing I want to say. Oh, we're just happy we played today. We woke up this morning.
Yes.
We woke up this morning, and they were considering
canceling the game.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just been such a weird season. These guys work hard and to only get 8 games.
Yes.
And only 3 home games. And I said we got to play this game. We had 3 games in the Valley when it was 100 degrees.
Yes.
If they cancel this, we'll have only had 2 home games.
Right.
And that's not fair. We love playing at this place.
Absolutely. I mean, I had a friend who came here today, and he's just like, man, this is probably the best stadium, in LAUSD.
Beautiful.
And so, yeah, I love the stadium, the aesthetics here, the field. We have the turf monster on the side and everything.
Yeah.
So it's a great win.
Yes.
And so congratulations again. And of course,
yes,
3rd week in a row.
Yes.
The boys have
donuts. They know me by name at Dunky D's on Monday mornings.
Absolutely.
Another shout out, coach.
Yeah, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
A good thing. So we'll try to maybe get a shout out next week.
Yes.
Against Fairfax, and then they'll have their last feast of donuts if that's a shout out next week. So we'll see.
We have to set lofty goals for these games to motivate the boys. So something as simple as a shutout, or a new guy scores a touchdown. Like today, we had 3 new guys score a touchdown. Wow. I really want to pad those stats and get as many guys on the board as possible.
Well, Coach, we'll see you at Fairfax next week.
Yes, looking forward to it.
I'm sure the boys will be ready. I know you'll be ready.
Yes.
I'll be ready. I'll be at the game. And actually, I was able to get here. I got here before the game, and so that was the first time for me all season. I got here like at 3:20, so
nice.
I was ready to see the thrashing that was going to take place.
Yes, we knew that. And I got my little guy got to come and
you had your family here.
Yes, I was happy. They were supposed to come on to the Venice game, and when I told my boy that the game had been canceled, he started crying because he was looking forward to it all week. Right. So my wife surprised me and brought him today, and I'm pretty excited to see him.
Good. Now, as we close, do you remember, since tonight is homecoming and senior night, do you remember your homecoming and senior night?
Very much so.
Okay,
yes,
now how long ago was that?
I graduated in 1995, so it would have been the fall of 1994.
Okay. Now, what school?
Norwell High in South Shore, Massachusetts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us one thing about either your senior night
Okay.
or the homecoming night, or you can do both.
Homecoming night, I scored a touchdown.
Okay.
And got a concussion.
Did you guys win?
Yeah, we won. My team was really good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we were
and
good.
Got a concussion.
Yes.
Wow.
And back then, my field didn't have lights. We played Saturdays.
Okay.
And then we went to the dance at night.
Okay.
So it was I barely remember the day.
Okay.
But yeah, we won.
Got you. All right. Well, that's cool. That's some history right there with Coach Marsden about his homecoming game, senior night, and all that kind of good stuff. So
I still talk to my high school teammates 25 years after the fact on a daily basis.
Wow.
And this is when texting and all that wasn't an easy thing. We stayed in touch, and that's kind of what we want to create for these boys, is lasting,
absolutely.
Like just that bond that you'll always be able to look back at and have fond memories. And that's why we're hard on them, but it's going to make sense. Some of them it's not making sense right now, but it's going to make sense. And
when they get our age,
you'll see tonight when the boys show up with their Letterman jacket that we haven't seen in 5 or 6 years or 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I love seeing my former players on homecoming.
Absolutely.
And,
I'm sure you'll have a lot, and I'm sure we'll have some looking on as well through our stream on the varsity. So
yes.
Anything else, Coach?
No, thank you for the love.
Man, always, man.
I graduated in 2005.
Okay,
yeah, that's
2005.
it. Yeah, sure, that's it.
2005.
Yeah.
All right, it's all good. Okay, so I'm signing off on Facebook, James, and here with the man, the myth, the legend that is Coach Ray Marsden, JV head coach. We're signing off. Have a wonderful week.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thanks as always.
Appreciate
All right,
it.
buddy.